Welcome back, everyone. This is part 3 of the King's Castle. King James along with Blair Chopin.
Hey.
And as I said, I had some huge news relating to next week's SmackDown. Because next week, next Tuesday, will be the landmark 900th episode of SmackDown. And I've already got news of some huge returns, including the longtime face of Team Blue, the Phenom, The Undertaker, and just recently announced WWE Hall of Famer Edge.
Oh, you got in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. He will be back with a brand new edition of the Cutting Edge. But in addition, we have a couple more surprises that are yet to be announced. But we also know that The Miz will get his mandatory rematch against Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship, which could shake things up heading into Survivor Series. But I want to shift gears here for a second, because 900 episodes, that's quite an accomplishment. It's something not a lot of shows see. So,
in reference, The Simpsons just got to 600 episodes. So think about how big 900 is.
And they've been on the air for more than 20 years, right?
Yeah, my entire lifetime. So it's like 27 years or so.
Well,
so 900's a big deal.
I feel like this would be a good time for a new edition of the King's Top 5.
Oh, okay.
And tonight, we're counting down the top 5 most memorable moments or sequences of moments in SmackDown history. Number 5 would definitely have to be the night the one-legged wrestler Zach Gowen teamed up with Stephanie McMahon to face the Big Show for his contract with SmackDown in 2003.
It was Stephanie and McMahon and the Big Show?
No, it was Stephanie and Zach against the Big Show. But Zach Gowen, for those of you that don't know, was a one-legged wrestler who unfortunately lost his leg due to osteosarcoma, which is bone cancer. They had to amputate his leg at 8 years old. So he comes out there hobbling around, and thanks to a little help from Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar, in addition to him delivering a textbook moonsault, Zach was able to win his contract in a moment that I'll never forget personally. Number 4, the $1 Million Tough Enough. Now,
I love Tough Enough.
Now, for those of you that don't know, in September of 2004, just as Raw was conducting the first ever $250,000 Raw Diva search, SmackDown decided, okay, let's offer $1 million contract under a Tough Enough format. So they brought Al Snow out there with all these crazy guys who wanted a shot at the contract, and they had him do some weird stunts week after week. More notably, the Tori Wilson sex test, which basically meant they had to make out with Mae Young, which was terrible. God rest your soul, Mae, we love you, but
They put Mae Young through a lot.
But in addition,
I like that it was called the Tori Wilson sex test.
In addition, they had 3 of the guys dress up like women and verbally seduce a male WWE superstar. And more noticeably, they also had him compete in what was known as a Dixie Dog Fight at Armageddon in 2004 that year. So that that had to be among the most memorable sequence of events. Number 3 would be the night the boogeyman ate a mole off of a woman's face on Piper's Pit. Now,
can you repeat that sentence?
I'm not kidding. There was a WWE.
Hold on. Repeat that sentence.
Number 3 was the night the boogeyman ate a mole off of a woman's face during an edition of Piper's Pit. That it's too disgusting to describe, but if you want to see it, go back and look at it on the WWE Network. It's insane. So, oh yeah. And who could ever forget the night the Dudleys made their debut? That's number 2. But the number 1 most memorable SmackDown moment for me personally was the night Brock Lesnar was battling the Big Show for the WWE Championship in 2003, but the match was inconclusive because during the course of the match, a superplex imploded the ring. What I mean is Big Show went up to the top rope, and at this point he was 500 pounds. Brock Lesnar cut him off at the pass, delivered a superplex, and when they both hit the ring, the impact was so hard that it caused the ring to explode. Both men were knocked unconscious, so they had to redo the match a week later, and Brock Lesnar retained the title. But man, oh man, what a memorable history for SmackDown.
Wait, that was a great list, and I agree with it totally. But can you say number 3 again, just to make me laugh?
The night the boogeyman ate a mole off of a woman's face on Piper's Pit.
If you were saying that sentence about anything other than pro wrestling, could you imagine the way people would look at you? The night the boogeyman ate a mole off a woman's face on Piper's Pit? Cracks me up.
Well, like I said, the sequence of events is too disgusting to describe, but if you want to take a look at it and you have a stomach of iron, then by all means check it out on the WWE Network. But when we come back, it'll be time for us to give you our picks for the week, as well as tell you what's hot, so stay right there.
Yeah.